joining me from today. This is your girl Rosemary, and welcome to the Queens Cuisine Cooking Channel. So before we look at what we're going to make today, and of course we have a special guest in the house, a colleague, a friend, a sister. We are going to be making you a special dish. But before we look at that, I want to appreciate you all again for your continued support on this channel, for your love, for your subscription, and for giving me a thumbs up. So now I'm going to introduce our guest, Eva. Hi, Eva.
Hi.
So
Hi, Rosemary.
I'm going to allow Eva to say hello to you all, and then we'll go through what we're going to make.
Good. Hi, good people. My name is Eva, as Rosemary told you, and it's an honor and a pleasure to be here. I will be making a Kenyan dish, as she said. The two meals I'll make are pilau, and I'll also make kachumbari.
So guys, we're going to look at what we need to make the dish. This is a very popular Kenyan dish. So Eva, I know you mentioned we're going to make, I can't pronounce the name. Please, can you help me out?
Yeah, pilau.
Pilau.
Yeah.
And so she's going to show us what the things we need to make pilau.
Okay. And you know, let me first say this. The inspiration for making pilau, right, was, I know you invited me to your channel. I wanted to showcase a food that's very near and dear to the Kenyan people. And plus, at my job, where we work, a lot of people during potlucks ask me to make pilau. So I figured, you know, if it's such a favorite dish for a lot of people, I might as well bring it to you, you know, to your audience. Yeah,
Thank you for doing that.
Oh, thank you, Rosemary, for having me, really. And so my ingredients are, I'll use some onions.
Okay.
And then garlic, lots of garlic. And then I'll have some tomatoes. And we have beef, so just red meat. And you can actually make it with, you know, if you're health conscious, you can make it with chicken. But for
can you use fish?
Well, I've never made it with fish.
Okay.
I've always either just done beef or chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And to be quite honest, in Kenya, they just use beef. Okay. I started making it with chicken because the American people, my American friends, always asked for it with chicken, the ones that were very health conscious. So that's how I figured out you could use chicken. But I would say you could try with fish too, you know. It could be a you know, a good dish. And then I have some rice. So that's for the pilau. And then the side dish that we'll have with the pilau is kachumbari. Kachumbari is more so, it's very similar to like a salsa.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the kachumbari, we'll use onions.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe in this case, instead of using the red onion, I'll use like a yellow onion. And then we have some tomatoes and some a lemon. For the lemon, all we need to do is use the juice. Okay. And then some cilantro. Okay. Yeah, some cilantro.
So I don't see any hot spicy like habanero pepper because I love spices on my food. So you don't put any hot spice.
That I've gotten before about the Kenyan cuisine.
Yeah.
We're not big on hot food. We're not like the, you know, Western countries, the Nigerians, the Ghanaians, the Congolese who like spicy food. Our food is very really no hot, no spices. But then should you choose to do, and like my dad likes spice, so what we do is we chop the hot peppers on the side for him. Okay. And then we just drop it on the food. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But typically our food is just like this, no spices. Okay. Yeah.
So to get started, what do you need to do?
So we'll start off by chopping up the onion.
Okay, I can help with that.
Sure. There you go.
How do you want the onion? Big, small?
Let's make them small. So chopping the onion, I'll crush the garlic.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we need lots of garlic because I think it makes the difference with the flavors.
So like how many garlic are you using? Like 6?
So I'd say this for a cup. Let's do this. For a cup of rice, I would use, yes, about 6 cloves of garlic.
Okay. So now she just finished chopping the garlic. So what next are we doing?
Okay, so I'll chop tomatoes and they're already cleaned. Chop them really small.
So we're just using 2 tomatoes for 1 cup of rice,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
So you'll eventually see that pilau is about just the color of the rice and how it turns out. So 2 tomatoes will give it a really, really good color.
Okay.
Yeah.
When do you normally have this meal? What time of day? Is it something you can eat anytime, morning, afternoon?
So mainly for lunch or for dinner.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not a breakfast dish, but it's mainly for lunches. And then in Kenya, every time people have a special occasion, you know, weddings, birthday parties, this is a very popular dish to see.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
on the menu. So for our next step, we'll chop up the beef, and we usually just cube it out in small bite sizes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know there's a little fat in there. I'll leave it on just because since it's a rice dish, we kind of want it to remain moist.
Yeah.
And I feel like just a little bit of fat in the meat does
Will help do that.
Yeah, it definitely helps with it. So that's the size of cube.
Okay. Doing this.
Okay. So we already have our ingredients chopped up. We have the onions, the garlic, the tomatoes. Right
That's
there.
the garlic.
Yeah, the tomatoes are here, and then we have
That's the beef.
the beef and some rice.
Some rice.
Yeah. So our next step is we'll start the cooking. I'll
Okay.
put the onions in a pot, and I'll get my fire going. So my next step will be adding some oil. My mom, so I learned most of my cooking from my mom.
Okay.
And she always tells me that when the onions are nicely browned, that adds flavor to the food.
Okay.
I don't know how true that is, but I'll tell you, I think there's definitely, the lady is wise, so, you know, the food is always good, so I trust, I believe her. So you gotta...
So we're just adding like 2 cups of oil.
Not really 2 cups, I'd say maybe like a 1/4 cup of oil.
Okay.
Yeah. These are the spices we will use. The tropical heat.
You want to bring it closer?
Sure. Cumin. This cardamom. And this pilau masala.
Okay.
Yeah, so the brand I have is Tropical Heat, which is a Kenyan brand.
Where can you get the spice from? Is it available in all supermarkets?
I would say Amazon. I do know that the pilau masala is available on Amazon. Cardamom and cumin, one can get it here locally in the supermarket. So you can buy it here, but then the pilau masala is available on Amazon.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. We are going to fry this for like...
About 5.
Okay.
I'd say about 5 minutes. And you know, like on really high heat, but you wanna keep stirring it so that they cook evenly. Yeah, and so after the onion is, is nice and brown, just to walk you through the steps that we'll take.
Yeah.
We'll eventually add some the garlic to it, and then the beef, and then I'll add the beef. After the beef, I'll do the spices, and we'll let that sit and simmer for a little bit, just so that the spices seep into the beef really well.
Right.
And then we'll add the tomatoes, get that cooking for a little bit, and then we'll do our rice and the water. And next step, we'll be adding the garlic. And you can already start smelling, the smell of garlic.
Yeah. It's not just the smell of garlic, the onion smells so good.
Yeah. So we'll cook the garlic down, maybe just like half a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, not for too long. Next step will be adding the beef. Not all of it, only because we're making just 1 cup of rice.
Because that would have been a lot of meat.
Yes, it would have been. So we'll just do. Yeah, I think that's a good amount.
So what do you do next?
So next, I'll lower the heat.
Okay.
To like medium, And then now this is when we'll add the spices.
Okay.
Yeah. Half a teaspoonful to begin with.
Okay. Yeah. So half a teaspoon of salt.
Yep. And then, but then we can add to the salt later if we choose to.
And this is
pilau masala. So for the pilau masala, we'll do two teaspoonfuls.
okay.
For 1 cup of rice. And then our next is cumin. We'll just do 1 teaspoonful of cumin. And then I love cardamom, the smell of cardamom, so I'll keep for 1 teaspoonful, but then it's really, really nicely full.
Okay.
Yeah. So we get that going.
So now we're using a very low heat for this next steps.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't want to rush the process now, but our goal is to get the flavors going as slow as possible. This will add the tomatoes.
Okay. It's looking so good.
It is, and it smells even better,
smells
right?
good.
It smells really good. Just the seasoning as I go to.
Okay.
So to this, I do want to add the pilau masala.
You want to add more?
Yeah, I want to add more pilau masala.
And why is that?
Just because I need it to have a nice brown, right?
Okay.
We haven't achieved that yet. I know for me it looks light brown. I want it to have a little darkness, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll do we can start. So remember I said the goal was to get the meat
Brown.
yeah,
It's
like
really
a darker
brown.
Yeah, so there it goes. And then we've cleaned our rice. Now 1 cup of rice. Add that to the pot. We will stir this for a little bit.
This is really healthy because I see the protein, which is the beef, the garlic, and just a little bit of rice.
Yeah.
So she's going to add some hot water.
Yes.
How many cups are we doing?
So since we did 1 cup of rice, we'll do 2 cups. So it's 1 part of rice to 2 parts of water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And so I'm going to scrape the pot just a little bit because there is, flavor stuck to the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'll cover it.
Okay.
And
So yeah.
so for our next dish, as I mentioned earlier, it is kachumbari. That's what we refer to it as. It's equivalent to salsa in the US.
Okay.
So we're pretty much chopping some, I'm getting ready to prep the cilantro.
The
by just
cilantro?
cleaning it.
Okay.
And then we have 2 tomatoes that we'll use. And I was initially going to use red onion or the purple onion, but I know it has a stronger taste, so I chose to use the white onion. And we have a lemon here.
Lemon.
Yeah, so we'll just squeeze some lemon juice over it when you're done. And you want to clean it really good.
Okay, so you want to keep checking the rice to make sure it's not burnt?
Yes.
It's almost cooked.
Yes, it is. At this point, I've lowered the temperature
Yeah.
just so that because the water is all, it's all dried up, but it still has a little while to cook. And so you can make this, typically the kachumbari has very, like you chop the onion and the tomato really small. But since we're using the dish kind of like a side dish for this pilau, I'll chop them in like medium sizes.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make it really small. And so that'll be the size we will chop them as.
Got it.
Yeah. At this point, we're just trying to make them look pretty. Yeah. Our rice bowl says that the stock has the best flavor of the cilantro.
Yeah.
So but I'll cut this really small.
Okay, so for this particular dish, so this is the final product. What do you call this again?
Kachumbari.
Kachumbari.
Yes, kachumbari. Good job on pronouncing it. Yes, that's kachumbari. So the only part that's left is squeezing some lime juice or lemon juice.
Okay.
And then typically people will add like salt to it to taste.
Right.
Pepper, you could do that. If you want to drizzle some olive oil, just to build up the flavor, you could do that too. I'll just do some black pepper, right? We'll add it to the kachumbari. We'll squeeze
some lime. Are you using the whole lemon?
No, and we're not even going to use like a full half. It'll just be just a little squeeze.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little squeeze. And that's it.
Oh.
Yeah, just a drizzle of olive
So
oil.
it's adding olive oil.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. And then you can add salt to taste, as you prefer.
Can you have this like this as it is?
You can.
Okay.
Yes, you can. So in Kenya, we often we're big on barbecues.
Right.
Yeah, typically like when you're having a barbecue, which is a way that families really come together. Kachumbari is a big accompaniment to the barbecue. But then when we do that, we chop the tomatoes really small.
Yeah.
The onions as well, but it's always.
Got it.
And then I just want to bring it to our rice. Our rice is, now that the water is fully dry, the rice kind of looks cooked. I usually use a fork just to comb the rice.
Yeah. Okay.
Make it fluffy.
Okay. I've been making pilau, and before we look at the final product, again, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. I'm also going to leave a link in the description section so you guys can access the book on intermittent fasting. Please access the link. It's going to take you to my webpage where you can access a copy of intermittent fasting. It's going to walk you through how to embark and start your journey on intermittent fasting. There's also going to be a link down there on for you to access any quality kitchen gadget of your choice. So we are done with our cooking. So we're just going to look at the final products. I am ready to eat. So guys, this is our final products. Eva, I'm going to ask you to kind of pronounce it because I don't want to murder the names.
Okay. So here we have pilau. That
Yes.
was our rice and beef dish. And then our accompaniment is kachumbari.
Right. Thank you. So now she's going to dish us a plate.
I'll be happy to do that.
Now we can see you really good.
Right.
It came out so nice. It really came
looks
out
beautiful,
nice.
right?
You
Yeah.
need a fork for yourself too.
Yes,
We're going
let
to
me
try
grab-
this.
Let me grab mine.
Okay, so how do you eat this?
So you just really get a little bit of rice.
With the
and-
beef?
Yeah, with the beef, if you can. But then we could do a
The
little
salt.
bit, yeah, the salt. So since it's a good thing we did not season or add salt to the kachumbari, so that should cut to the salt.
This is so nice.
Yeah, that's the accompaniment.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
welcome.
Eva.
You're
This
welcome,
is so
Rosemary.
good.
Thank you for having me.
This is so good. And again, Eva is she is about to set up her YouTube channel. I've been pushing her to do so. So you guys can learn about the Kenya dish, how to make the different Kenya dish. So this is the end of the video. So I want to appreciate you all for staying to the end. Again, please love yourself, love your neighbors, treat others the way they love to be treated, and stay blessed. Mwah. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.